Welcome back to this week's Temp Tech Bite. Today we look to find out, can we reverse the aging process? It is said as you grow older, you grow riper. And for many aspects of the human condition, this statement holds true. We grow wiser, more experienced, and have more time to spend with those we love. But the unfortunate reality of old age is the body begins a progressive physiological decline, resulting in impaired functions and the susceptibility for diseases and death. Research suggests that this loss of physiological integrity stems from a few things. Firstly, we have the loss of DNA. This occurs when our telomeres become shorter with cell division. Telomeres are the tips of the chromosomes, and they act kind of like the hard end of a shoelace, keeping all the DNA inside of it from fraying out. And secondly, the formation of zombie-like cells in our body called senescent cells. These types of cells no longer divide and stay living in your body without performing any particular function. Senescence is the result of the epigenomes, which are the small chemical compounds that turn on or off certain parts of your DNA. These chemicals decrease in abundance as we grow older, causing the cell to essentially forget what its purpose is as its DNA is switched off. Now, if it was possible to grow your telomeres and reverse the formation of senescent cells, then biologically speaking, you would be younger. And this is what we witness in Professor David Sinclair's book called The Lifespan: Why We Age and Why We Don't Have to. In this book, he talks about an experiment where they were able to reverse the biological age of a very old mouse. When pitting it against a younger and fitter mouse in a fitness test, the older mouse outperformed the younger mouse considerably and even broke laboratory records for distance run on the treadmill. The professor likened this experiment to putting an 80-year-old person into a marathon and them winning it. And now this field of research has taken another step forward, making the switch to reversing the aging process in humans. A study conducted by scientists at the Tel Aviv University put a group of 35 healthy people over the age of 64 through 60 hyperbaric sessions over a span of 3 months. The air pressure in hyperbaric chambers is twice that of normal, making the air breathed in them pure oxygen. The idea behind the study was to examine whether repeated, intermittent hyperoxic exposures utilizing the hyperbaric chamber would induce some of the effects we witness cells exhibit when they are in a hypoxic environment. And yes, you did hear that correctly. They wanted to give the cells in the body lots of oxygen in hopes to produce the effects we see in cells when they have little amounts of oxygen. The reason they are trying to create these effects is because when cells are low on oxygen, they respond by switching on their longevity mode. In this state, the response from the body is to increase stem cell proliferation, mitochondrial biogenesis, angiogenesis, and neurogenesis. But the concept of this experiment is still completely counterintuitive. Why would you put the body in a hyperoxic environment when you are trying to create the effects of the body in a hypoxic environment? Well, this can be brought down to the hyperoxic-hypoxic paradox. Inside our cells, we have specific chemoreceptors, which function as sensors for changes in oxygen within the cell. These work perfectly normal in most areas, but in the cellular milieu, these chemoreceptors interpret the amount of free oxygen and not the amount of total oxygen. This results in the receptors to sense low levels of oxygen when this is not actually the case, inducing hypoxic effects in a hyperoxic environment. This was what the researchers aimed to take advantage of by putting the subjects into the hyperbaric chamber. After 3 months of hyperbaric therapy, the results were amazing for the subjects in the study. It was found when analysing their immune cells that the telomeres had lengthened by 38%, while senescent cells had decreased by 37%. This resulted in an average decrease in biological age of 25 years. Being the first study conducted utilizing a hyperbaric chamber in this manner, the findings have opened the door to the scientific world on the possibility of using hyperoxic therapies to treat the symptoms of old age and potentially a wide variety of illnesses in the future. And that is it for this week's Temp Tech Bite. Please remember to like the video, subscribe to our channel, follow our socials, and head over to our online store. And we will see you in the next one.